Hi, my name is Father Rich McAuliff. I'm a Jesuit from the New York province of the Society of Jesus. After 17 years in the Marshall Islands as a missionary there, I moved over here to Xavier High School in 2008 to become the director of Xavier High School. Xavier really has two kinds of histories. The history of the building that we're standing on right now. We're on the roof of the main Mabuchi building that was built in 1938 by the Japanese Navy as part of their effort after World War I to kind of come into the Pacific. In 1938, this building was built as the communications center for all of the Japanese Imperial Navy. After the war, in fact in 1944, Operation Hailstone, the United States and its allies came and had an invasion here of Chuuk and Truk Lagoon. Two bombs, 500-pound bombs, landed on the roof here, and all it did was bend the rebar. After the war, the Jesuits, who were assigned by the Pope to take over the area here in the Pacific, the Pope asked the Jesuits would they please come in and do the mission work here. So we came out and we had a deed for this property from the German missionaries who had been here before World War I. And we came up to the U.S. Navy at the time and said, we would like the property back, we'd like to start a school. The U.S. Navy had difficulties with that and said, we can't give you the property back because we've got this huge building on it now. We said, well, you can take the building, but we would like the property. So after a year of negotiations for about $100, they said you can have the building and the property back. So in 1952, Xavier High School opened actually as a seminary. And the first students who came were from Palau and from Chuuk. And when the students arrived, they said, seminary? We thought we were coming to an academic high school. And so within a year, the Jesuits and the Society of Jesus decided that maybe at this time in its history, what was needed more in Micronesia was an academic high school. And so we had a crossroads and we went down the road of academic high school. In 1976, Bishop Canale asked if the Society of Jesus would please accept girls into the school, because at that point there was no girls. They had to go up to Saipan. There were no schools for the girls here on island. And so we said yes, we would consider it, and the bishop said, well, no, I would like you to seriously consider it. So in 1976, Xavier High School became one of the earlier Jesuit schools to go co-ed, and it's been co-ed ever since.
We're here on the site of the new campus of the Catholic High School here in Yap. Behind me here is the site where the second classroom building will be. And if you see, the foundation holes have been dug for the concrete foundation that will be put in. And you may notice the use of local wood, the just tree branches that are used for the framing in of the initial foundation. We've had hundreds of people out here on the property to clear the space for these classrooms. And we've used a lot of the wood that we've been able to cut down in the constructions.
This land was used when they were building the new airport for tarring the runway. And you can see behind me there's a rusted barrel here which is filled with asphalt. And so an additional problem with this project has been moving. There are hundreds of these barrels. We've been moving them from one location to another, hoping to clear this land off because one of our classroom buildings is going to be going right here. Over here is where the foundation of our second classroom building is being laid. You can see these square-like ditches is where the foundation, the concrete, will be poured to hold the structure up. So it's really been a very big project and a rewarding one, especially working with the members of the community.
Behind the classroom building, which will be behind all four classroom buildings, is what normally is a lake. But now that we are in the dry season, you can see that the lake has dried up. But in the fall, during the rainy season, this will be absolutely beautiful. When the kids start school in August, they'll be able to look out on the lake. They'll be able to look out this way into the jungle. It's going to be quiet. There's a nice breeze here. It'll be a fantastic setting for our new school.